Online dating is still weird. I've mostly ditched Tinder in favor of Bumble again, because Bumble doesn't pixelate the profile pictures of the users who've liked you as well as Tinder does, so I can usually cheat and match them to whoever shows up on my feed. Just don't tell Bumble that. The last girl who matched with me turned out to be an Onlyfans salesman. You ever met those? This one was dedicated. We matched, added each other on Snapchat, talked for 20 minutes or so like normal human beings. Then she randomly sent me a full nude, which I was not displeased about, but of course from there it went right into the sales pitch. You can visit this link and subscribe to see even more of me. It felt like I opened my front door and she was standing there in the buff like a naked vacuum salesman going, "Are you currently happy with the amount of titties on your phone?" So I was like, "Nah, I'm not into that. I prefer to earn my titties through good, honest work like a true American." And then she went even further like, "If you sign up right now, I'll let you come over and fuck me all night long." And then this absolutely shameless self-employee started sending me photos of her with other dudes giving the thumbs up sign like satisfied customers. This bitch gave me photographic testimonials. All that was missing were a couple 5-star Yelp reviews and a commercial of a guy in a lab coat prescribing me a prostitute. Because that's basically what she is at that point, right? I'd still be paying to have sex with her, just considerably less and through a different revenue stream. So I was still like, yeah, I'm not interested in this being that kind of thing with financial strings attached. Is that going to be a deal breaker? And she said, "You can text me anytime if you change your mind." So I blocked her. Natural next step. The funny part is I would literally be more inclined to just pay someone outright for sex, but I don't want to go subscribe to some bullshit. I'll say it because I'm brave. Under convenient circumstances, I would spend a small, reasonable amount of money on someone exchanging her goods and services. I might be free to play on nudes, but I'll pay to win intercourse, modestly. Now, I'm not going to go set that up, but if it fell into my lap, then what's the harm? And by modestly, I mean I would try to get away with like $50, because I'm a cheapskate. Like, give me the 100K subs discount. I'll shout you out in my next video. Prostitution gets a bad rap, and it's deserved for the most part. The chicks hanging out on street corners thumbing down cars for $10 blowies usually aren't on the cover of Vogue, but those high-end escort services that cater to the rich and famous, dude, if I ever make it in this world, I have got to get in on this human trafficking craze before it dries up. Ghislaine Maxwell might be going to prison, but I'm sure more national intelligence affiliates will take her in Jeffrey's place. I gotta start uploading more videos. I just think after you achieve a certain level of success in life, you deserve to be rewarded with a broken 17-year-old. I don't know, I kind of feel like saying some cancel bait shit today. Let's see what else comes out. Sometimes you'll see victims of sex trafficking tell their stories a decade later, and it'll show pictures of what they look like back when they were being exploited, and you can tell that over the course of multiple years, these powerful, evil men just fucked the good looks right out of them. These dudes were riding ponies so much, they turned some of them into donkeys. Holy shit, no wonder some people accuse you of lying. They can't believe you used to be hot. Trauma takes a humongous toll on people, and you can see it in their faces and bodies. Maybe don't update your Facebook profile picture after you peaked as a runaway teenager. What other horrible things can I say? I think child soldiers are a neat idea. On one hand, they're not very skilled because it's hard to hold an AK in one hand and suck your thumb with the other, but people don't want to kill them, and that gives you an advantage. You see a 12-year-old point his gun at your feet because you can't lift it high enough to hit anywhere important, you hesitate. You empathize with this little boy and curse his captors, the ones who indoctrinated him and warped his innocence into a tool of destruction, and then before you know what happened, you got 6 holes in your kneecaps and the recoil knocked the kid backwards into a landmine anyway. Child soldiers are good. Child labor is even better. Put those kids to work for as little as possible. We don't pay dogs to act in our movies. Why would we give a 4-year-old of comparable intelligence a salary for putting our phones together? Asian kids especially. With all these new diversity and equity requirements, it's not like they're getting into Harvard anymore. Might as well start the blue-collar work early. Racism gets a bad rap. Everybody loves to focus on the hatred and division it breeds, but nobody talks about the joy it can bring to your life. The hardest I've ever laughed at jokes have been racist jokes. A good racist joke is just so much better than a normal joke of the same quality because it adds that extra taboo spice, that satisfying forbidden condiment, the distinct savory sweetness of politically correct rebellion. The fact that you're not supposed to laugh makes it that much funnier. The greatest feeling in the world is telling a racist joke to someone who's super uptight about shit like that and watching a smile involuntarily crack through their seriousness when they don't want to laugh but they can't help it. God, inject that moment right between my toes. I'm going to heaven for a few hours. One time I saw an Asian girl holding hands with a Hispanic guy and I realized that makes a lot of sense. First of all, they're the same size. I was watching them from across the street. They walked behind a small trash can and I lost them for a few seconds. A short Hispanic king and a short Asian queen, a beautiful relationship. And a symbiotic one too, because every week when she crashes her car, she can take it to his shop and he'll fix it right up. You know how mechanics on TV will lie down on that skateboard thing to slide under the car and work on it from below? Hispanic dude just walks under there, doesn't even duck, actually has to stand on his tippy toes to reach the chassis. If his girlfriend's visiting him at work, he'll ask her to give him a boost. I'm a 5'11" king, not tall enough to be tall, not short enough to be Mexican. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like the video and subscribe and stuff. Follow me on Twitter at Sunburned Albino. Watch half my videos on Monday and the other half on Tuesday, and I'll see you guys next time.